Montague Keene, October 15, 2017. Webpage, montaguekeene.com. My last words to Veronica on the January 15, 2004, as she sat by my side at the Royal Society of Arts, moments before I was due to speak. When the timing is right, my dear, when the timing is right. I began to speak to the audience and I quickly passed to spirit. Now, I remind humanity that the timing is right for you to expose and remove all that has held the human race in bondage. Though they operate under many different names, be assured there is one overall ruling force that tries to remain in the background. It rules without mercy. It is totally driven. Its offshoots are everywhere. It is the Jesuit order. Read their oath of office. It will shock you to the core. Look at those who receive the highest honor from the Vatican, the Knights of Malta. That alone tells you everything. The Vatican controls all. Facts must be faced, for the survival of humanity depends on how willing you are to deal with the situation you are in. They did not gain the power they have today by being kind and caring. Their real history does not make pleasant reading. The Jesuits are ruthless in their pursuit of power. They are responsible for the fact that you do not know your true history. They ensure that whenever ancient artifacts are discovered, anywhere in your world, they get their hands on them, to prevent humanity from ever finding the truth. Saddam Hussein announced to the world that artifacts had been found in Iraq. This ensured that there would be a war, in order for the Jesuits to get hold of them. Research this and you will learn that the U.S. Army was instructed to find all the artifacts before one shot was fired. This order came direct from the White House. Where are they now? The Jesuits and the cabal have to ensure that the human race never learns the truth of who they are. There was a Jesuit Holocaust in Ireland to prevent the Irish ever finding out who they are. Many Irish people were forced to escape the horrors that ensued. The Irish had a great tradition of passing on information by word of mouth with stories about their history and their origins, etc. The Jesuits had to prevent anyone learning of the importance of Ireland, and that Ireland is actually the Holy Land. They were determined to prevent this information becoming known. The Jesuits have gone to great lengths and have left no stone unturned in their quest for world domination. All religions were created by them to ensure constant friction. The evidence is all around you. Stop being puppets, dancing to their tune. They are behind every scam on earth. Their different cloaks confuse you. The Jesuits and their minions are always the ones pulling the strings. I know that many of you are confused. You think it is the Zionists. Yes, it is, for the Jesuits are a Jewish organization. Some amongst you say it is the Muslims and their religion. It was the Jesuits, for they control them too. All these different factions were created to confuse you and thereby ensure that your eyes are kept off the Jesuits. It is their evil hand that controls all. It destroys all who dare to rock their boat. The cabal, the Zionists, the Muslims, all under the umbrella of the Jesuits. How clever is that? All are driven by greed and power. Love and respect have been removed from your lives. Every aspect of life has been contaminated. Many of you remember the 1960s flower power, when love was the order of the day. Long hair was the antenna that connected them to who they are, to their spiritual life. If only they had continued. But the cabal, Jesuits had to act fast to get those young men into uniforms and put guns in their hands to replace the flowers. They nearly lost their power and control in the 60s, so they have ensured that you are in a continuous war situation ever since. They also ensured that life became a struggle to survive, to get a job, and to find a home to bring up your children. Their deadly vaccinations are forced on your children. You have to be strong to protect your children from all the predators, whether medical or sexual. It takes courage to say no to such a powerful body as the Jesuits and their cohorts. The word is more powerful when it is said with one voice. For they are but 1% controlling the 99%. How can that be? Are you prepared to find your voice and say no, and mean it? Remember, you allow them to rule over you, and they make your lives miserable. When I was on earth, I decided at the age of 11 that I did not want to be a Jew. I would not live as one and I would not marry one. It was a big decision at that young age, but I never regretted it. I did not die a Jew. I was free to explore life and its deeper meanings. I must say, I enjoyed my research into the afterlife, and I am happy to be able to tell you that it is everything I expected it to be and more, so much more it is. It is important to stand up for what you believe, and live by it. I did not say it is easy, as my dear wife has found. Her life is under constant attack. One problem after another to cope with. The love we shared, and continue to share, sustains her. The work that she must complete with the one in jail, is what is keeping her on the earth at this time. Please pray and help in any way possible, to free Dave McCann. Whenever people come forward to help her, the Jesuit cabal goes into action. They set to work to use whatever means they can to remove that help. Sadly, they are always successful, for even people who appear to be strong, fall like dominoes. The mind control works every time. It is so sad to see this. It takes strength of character not to fall by the wayside. Be strong, my friends. You have everything to gain. I can tell you now, you are knocking on the door of freedom from drudgery and domination. The cabal, Jesuits are losing their battle. One pushed forward by you and all that is dark and corrupt will fade away into the distance. The timing is right for you to do this. Free Dave and all the others who are being unlawfully held by the cabal. They need your help. My dear, every day you have to overcome obstacles on your own. It is not easy. You had to act quickly to ensure that fire did not ensue. It is being done to scare you. They are throwing everything at you. They face extinction, so they fight to hold on to control. Be strong, my dear. I know that you are. Together forever, your adoring, Monty. Justice for Dave McCann. Irishman framed in California. Legal expenses fundraising with Go Get funding. Website: The Montague Keene Foundation.